Hey guys, Mr. Riz, I'm going to go over the review with you guys today. Let me make sure I got the right one on here. This one says optional review. And I've just noticed that the actual review says optional review, so I'm going to change that right now. Okay, so let's go through this review together so you guys can understand this, get ready for the test. And here we go. So when it comes down to breaking down these radicals here, got a lot of good practice here for you. And we're going to make sure we can plug this in. So when we break down a radical, what we need to do is to go through, got a mistake going on here. Let me double check that this is working. Here we go. We need to go through and see, okay, break down the radical. What can we multiply to get 64? All right, well, that's 8 times 8, which we can stop there because we need a pair to break out. So we can have an 8 breakout. And then remember, all we need to do with the variables is divide by the index. Square root index is 2. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So it'd be 8y to the 10th. All right, next, let's break down the 243. All right, 243. Let's see. That'd be 3 and 81. And that'd be 9 and 9. And that'd be 3 and 3. And 3 and 3. And to get out a fifth root, we need to have 5 of them, which we got 5 3s right there. So we'd have a 3 break outside. Our A's, we just divide. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 80 divided by 5, that is a large number, isn't that? Would that be 16? Yeah. There we go. So 3a to the 9th, b to the 16th. All right, when we have a plus or minus sign in the front there, all we need to do is carry that down to our answer. And then if we have an expression, our answer is going to be the expression a cubed minus 27. All we need to do is to take the exponent and divide it by the index here. 4 divided by 2 is squared. So it'd be plus or minus a cubed minus 27 squared. All right, not too bad. All right, same thing. If we have a sign outside, we put that sign outside. Square root of a negative means our answer is going to have an I, is going to be imaginary. All right, the square root of 25, you should know that, is 5. X, all right, all we need to do is to divide by the index. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So maybe we should rewrite this in the proper format. That'd be negative 5i x to the 7th y cubed. Hopefully not too bad so far. Let's move down, do these couple ones here. All right, the square root of 60. Okay, square root of 60 doesn't come out nice, so we got to break that down. That's 6 times 10, and that's 3 times 2, and 2 times 5. So we got a pair of 2s, so a 2 goes outside. And inside the square root, we'd have the 3 and a 5 together. That's 15. Now, if we divide 9 by 2, that's 4 and 1/2. So that'd be x to the 4th on the outside and x to the 1st, or one of them, inside the square root. So the answer would be 2x to the 4th radical 15x. Okay, moving on. 81 to the 4th root. 81's 9 and 9. 3, 3, 3. Okay, so that worked out nice. We have 4 3s, so the 4th root of 81 is just 3. Next, what about A's? 27 divided by 4. That doesn't come out nice. Let's see, 27 divided by 4 would be, oh man, 7? Yep, a to the 7th, we'd have 7 of them. And inside the 4th root, we would have 3 of them left over. It'd be 7 and 3/4. Now, b divided by 4 is nice. That would just be 3 with nothing left over. So it'd be 3a to the 7th b cubed, then times the 4th root of a cubed. All right, last problem here. All right, no variable front, but we got x to the 10th divided by 3. If we divide 10 by 3, that'd be 3 and 1/3 left over. And then 20 divided by 3 is 6 with 2 of them left over. So it'd be x cubed y to the 6 times the cube root of xy squared. Okay, now when it comes to rationalizing, we still want to simplify here. And if we are simplifying, rationalizing fractions, all we need to do is square root the top and square root the bottom. Now, it's probably easier to simplify those. A to the 6th power squared would be a to the 3rd. We just divide. And then b, okay, that doesn't come out nice. It would be 1b on the outside and 1b left over. So we can never have a radical on the bottom. So to get rid of that radical on the bottom, we're going to multiply the top and bottom by that radical. So we'd get a cubed radical b over b times radical b squared. Well, the square root of b squared is b, and we multiply it by that b on the outside. This just becomes b squared. So the answer is a cubed radical b over b squared. Okay, let's keep this going, get through the review. Remember, you can pause this video at any time, go back to C. All right, what do we do here with this 3 plus x over radical 2 plus x? Well, when we have a expression, we need to multiply by the conjugate. So radical 2 minus x over radical 2 minus x. All right, we got to distribute on the top and distribute on the bottom. All right, 3 times radical 2 is 3 radical 2. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. X times radical 2 is x radical 2. X times negative x is a negative x squared. Now on the bottom, radical 2 times radical 2 is radical 4. Radical 2 times negative x is negative x radical 2. X times radical 2 is x radical 2. X times negative x is negative x squared. Now the top expression doesn't simplify at all. We can't combine the radical 2's together, can't combine the 3's together with the x's, can't combine any of those x's with the x squareds. Nothing goes together. The bottom though, let's see, this x radical 2 and that x radical 2 cancels out. Radical 4 is just 2 minus x squared. So the top is that crazy expression, 3 radical 2 minus 3x plus x radical 2 minus x squared. And the bottom is 2 minus x squared. That's it. Okay, next. If we want to go through and rewrite these expressions here, remember, a to the 1/5 power. Remember, this bottom number is our index, and that is our power. So this is the 5th root of a to the 1st, or you could just say the 5th root of a. Going backwards, though, here's their index number. So b is our base, and 3 is our power. So it'd be 3 over 7 power, or b to the 3/7 power. Okay, we know when we multiply powers together, we add their exponents. So if I want to figure out what a to the 2/7 is plus a to the 4/7, I can add them together and get a to the 6/7 power. And then we can rewrite that as the expression. It'd be the 7th root of a to the 6. So we're just adding the fractions together. All right, same thing here. If I got 1 plus 9, okay, so this would be p to the 10/4 power. And let's see, that would be the 4th root of p to the 10th, which we can actually change because 10 is bigger than 4. We can actually break a couple out, right? We could actually break out a p squared and then have 2 of them left over. So the answer would be p squared times the 4th root of p squared. Kind of fun answer. Moving on. Okay, now solving radicals. Remember, when it comes to solving radicals, we need to isolate the expression first. So let's minus this 3 over to the other side. So we get radical 5x minus 10 is equal to, okay, 8 minus 3 is 5. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to square both sides. When we square the radical, it goes away. 5x minus 10, 5 squared becomes 25. Okay, next, let's just solve this problem then. Okay, all we got to do is just add the 10 over. So we get 5x is equal to 35, and then divide x would equal 7. We want to make sure when we plug it in that it works. And so we'd get, okay, 35 minus 10, that's 25. The square root of 25 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. Yep, that worked. Okay, 2 more problems to go here. All right, next one. What does that mean? So remember, if we got 2 times that, this is really 2 times the cubed root of 6x minus 3 minus 4 equals 0. So we're going to add the 4 over to the other side. We get 2 times the cube root of 6x minus 3. It would equal to 4. Still need to isolate the radical, so we're going to divide by 2 next. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now that we have that done, we can cube to get rid of the cube root. We get 6x equals, or 6x minus 3 equals 2 cubed is not 6. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. All right, now we're going to go through and start solving. We would add 3 over to 8, so 6x would equal 11. Divide by 6, it doesn't come out nice. We'll just leave that as 11 over 6. not too bad. All right, one more problem here. All right, what do we got this? Well, the radical is already isolated. So what we need to do is to square it. And this time here we have an x plus 2 that we need to square. So we get our x plus 6, but we need to make this equal to an x plus 2 times x plus 2, because that's what squaring is. The reason why we do that, we don't want to forget that we need to FOIL the expression. So we get x plus 6 is equal to x times x is x squared, x times 2 is 2x, 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 2 is 4. So now we have a quadratic problem. To solve a quadratic, I forgot that is 16. That makes a big difference. What we need to do is to minus the x over and minus the 16 over. So we'd get an x squared. 2x plus 2x minus x would be a 3x. And 4 minus 16 is a, this is negative 12. Equals 0. Okay. So this is what happens when Mr. Riz just makes up problems. Next thing we do is see if we could factor this to see what two numbers multiply together to give us negative 12, add together to get 3. Yeah, that's not happening, I don't think. 4 times 3 is 12. No. 6 times 2. No. That was a 4 in the middle. That'd be way better, but it isn't. Okay, so we can still solve this problem by using the quadratic formula. So x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. All right, there is a problem. It's just not a nice one. We get negative 3 plus or minus the square root of, let's see, this be 9 plus 48. So that'd be what? 57 over 2a on 57. I don't think that breaks. Well, no, that does what? 57. You can divide that by 3, right? That'd be 3 and 29. Oh, but still. Yep. And so there's your answer. I will make sure on the test it actually comes out nice. All right, guys. So there's the review. If you guys have any questions, make sure you answer them or ask them. And if not, you got to make sure you get your work turned in before the test. And that's coming up real soon. So you guys have a great day. Let's study for it and let's do well on it. Have a good one.